So good day, classmates. So today I will discuss an important and often overlooked topic in education, which is the politics in the curriculum. So many people think that curriculum design is purely based on education theories or student needs, but the truth is politics, society, and economics play a major role in shaping what we learn in school. So let's explore how politics influence the curriculum we experience every day. So politics in the curriculum means that decision about what to teach, how to teach it, and who makes those decisions are often influenced by the power, ideology, and interest of the society. So political forces now impact not only in the subject and topics included in the curriculum, but also how resources are distributed across schools and even how assessments are created. So education is not neutral. It is a reflection of who holds the power in the society and what they believe is important for the next generation to learn. So curriculum can be used as a political tool. So governments, policymakers, and influential groups may design a curriculum that promotes certain ideologies or strengthen national identity. So for example, history lessons might focus heavily on patriotic events to foster nationalism. On the other hand, controversial topics like climate change, gender studies, or social justice can be downplayed or even excluded depending on the political agendas. So, in this sense, the curriculum is not just about education. It's also about shaping the thinking, values, and loyalties of the students. So, political ideology now play a big role in shaping curriculum. So a conservative government now, for example, may highlight a traditional family values, religious education, or national history. Meanwhile, a progressive government might prioritize inclusivity, diversity, and critical thinking about social justice issues. Because political leadership now change over time. So curricula also change. So this is why we often see shift in education priorities, textbooks, and lessons content depending on which political party is in power. So it shows that curriculum is not fixed. So it is a dynamic and heavily influenced by the ideologies of leaders. Curriculum can also become a battleground of ideas where different groups, teachers, parents, students, and policymakers compete to have their views represented. So debates over topics like LGBTQ rights, indigenous people history, religion, or environmental sustainability shows how societies conflict enter the classroom. So, for example, some parents may demand the removal of topic they find inappropriate, while others advocate for greater inclusions. So this struggle now shows how education reflect broader societal tensions and power struggles. So there are three scholars now help us understand this better. So first, Michael Apple in 2004 argues that curriculum is a site of struggles where dominant group use education to maintain their power. Second, Michael Young in 2008 highlights that curriculum must fight social inequalities by being more inclusive rather than enforcing the current system. And the third is Henry Giroux in 2011 promotes that critical pedagogy. So he believes that education should not only transmit knowledge but should also empower students to question injustice and work for change. So these scholars now agrees that curriculum is not neutral. So it is a political and it can either maintain inequality or help fight against it. So as a future educators now, what we can do about politics in the curriculum. So there are three best practices should be followed. So first, be aware of political influences. So understand that what we teach is not free from politics. I recognize when content might be biased. Second, promote inclusivity and social justice. So make sure that the curriculum includes diverse voices, different cultures, and alternative perspective. So third is foster critical thinking and respectful debate in our classroom. So encourage students not to blindly accept what is taught, but to question, analyze, and form their own informed opinions. So these practices helps create a more just and thoughtful learning environment. So in conclusion, politics play a huge role in shaping education. Curriculum is used to promote certain ideologies, and it can become a site of conflict where different groups fights to have their voices heard. So as a future teacher, it is important that we are aware of this process by promoting inclusivity and encourage critical thinking, so we can help our students become active, reflective, and empowered citizens. So capable of understanding and questioning the world around them. So thank you for listening.